Welcome back to Crypto Warehouse. I am Mike and I'm with Julian.
Hello.
And Brogan.
Hello.
And this is Thursday. It is the Chill Show. So we have an hour to take you through the crypto news. And we have two very special alpha drops for you tonight. Don't we, Julian?
You'd have to explain what an alpha drop is before I could confirm or deny. To be honest.
We have chosen two AI tokens that we think are the best two tokens to invest in, not financial advice.
So what, I presume later you're going to explain to me what an AI token is.
We certainly are.
Because they're both things I don't like, so is a double negative going to turn out to be a positive for me?
It's going to be a big positive for
Brilliant.
you. We're going to teach you
Perfect.
all about both of them.
Happy days then.
However,
Yeah.
to keep the suspense, we've hidden them
Yeah.
on the menu.
Right.
So we're going to drop them at different parts of the stream
Yeah.
and only tell you when we get there.
Right.
We don't want to go too soon, Julian, tonight.
Okay. Fair enough.
Have we got the countdown started?
Yep.
We do. Is everything in place?
Yep.
Perfect. Bitcoin price, $23,350.
$23,272.
Bear in mind, that man over there looked it up a wee while ago. We're at 23,284.
Yes.
Who said what? I never really clocked. I never.
272, I said. 272. 12 out I am today.
You know what we should do? We should have a score up here.
Yeah, we
Like we
should.
won.
No, we shouldn't, because it's all going to be one-way traffic.
I think that out of 49 shows, I've been right 46 times.
Yeah, I've not done very well.
And he only got one of those right because I got the 23 and the 24,000 mixed up. So technically, he's only got it right twice.
You're a trickster.
Yeah, but you literally look it up every time.
Twice in 8 months, he's beaten me.
Yeah, it's not gone really very well for me, to be fair.
Not really. Anyway, let's move
Hey,
on.
but what has gone well this week, I found the fella nicking our beetroots.
Have you?
Yeah, caught him red-handed.
The cheeky sod. Christ. Have we got some words on the birds there, Brogan? Just to kind of stop this.
Get that out.
Let's get that out. It's stuck in my throat.
It's a beauty, that one.
Stuck in my throat. I'm not rooting for him tonight.
How many of you? Did you say you've quite a few?
I've got quite a few, including my world favourite joke.
Everyone
this
is
evening.
it. You have to stick around. Not just for the stream and the content. Obviously, you all know that. For Julian's jokes.
Yeah.
Julian's
Perfect.
jokes.
Yeah.
Anybody over 45, maybe 50 at a push, will love these
They'll
jokes.
love them. They'll love them. Yeah.
Anybody under 45 and 50 probably don't get them.
I have no idea what's going on.
They'll be telling the kids, the grandkids, and everything like that.
They will,
the people that like this type of joke are the uncles that steal people's noses.
Yeah.
Bitcoin magazine.
That, you know what I mean? Yeah, anyway.
Just in, Visa vice president confirms the company will continue to partner with Bitcoin and crypto firms, denying reports that said otherwise. Good.
There was a load of FUD at the start of the week.
FUD being?
Fear, uncertainty, and doubt.
Right. Yeah.
That MasterCard and Visa had
Sounds
decided.
like a 70s pop band, doesn't it? That?
It does, yeah.
Earth, Wind and Fire, Fear, Uncertainty and
FUD.
Doubt. Brilliant.
I'd swap the doubt for death. It just sounds better if you're going to have a band.
There's no uncertainty about death, though, is there?
No.
There is with doubt.
And there is fear. There's a lot of fear associated with death, but not a lot of uncertainty.
No.
So they decided to come out and announce that they were going to stay with crypto because the news coming out on Monday and Tuesday was that they were going to pull out because of the market prices.
Okay.
So they just confirmed that that's a load of BS.
Okay.
Next.
Bitcoin magazine. Just in, massive Bitcoin mining centers have been opening in Siberia. Russian Deputy Energy Minister.
See, it's interesting this because Russia banned it 2 years ago and they weren't rushing to reallow it.
No.
Because you think you've got these massive warehouses,
Yeah.
which are nice and cold, aren't they? I mean, you could put in 20,000 miners
Yeah.
and you wouldn't need aircon, would you?
You wouldn't need it at all.
What do you think? Tough crowd.
Tough crowd.
Tough
Yeah,
crowd,
it is
isn't
a
it?
tough crowd.
Next. The face.
Jason Lowry. Thesis published. Announcing the public debut of Software, a theory presented to that thing and the other thing, and the Joint Chiefs about the national strategic significance of Bitcoin.
Yes.
Let the hash war begin. High quality physical copy.
What's this about then?
A book.
So,
Thesis. Not book.
Jason Lowry, he works for the American defense in the military.
Right.
And he's written a thesis called Soft War, which basically outlines that the next future war, World War III maybe, will be fought
in a soft play area.
Not in a soft play area, no.
Right.
Using software and hardware. So he's called it Soft War.
Right.
And he sees Bitcoin as the center ground for this. So America, 12 months ago, started bringing the miners over from Kazakhstan and China. Russia have now started to open their mining farms in, not Alaska, where was it? Siberia, yeah. So they now see that the next war won't be financial or physical, but it'll actually be over the blockchain.
Right.
So
I
anybody
think that's
out there?
already started, don't you?
I do as well.
With
yeah.
oil.
Yes.
They're going to start buying that in Bitcoin, I think.
Yeah. China and Russia are going to get rid of the dollar, petrodollar, and they're going to start trading in Bitcoin or maybe digital yuan, digital ruble.
Yeah.
India are getting involved. So India are now going to start paying China for their oil in yuan or whatever it's called. So yeah, I think there's a bit of a power struggle going on at the minute. Yeah. What do you think, Mr. Economics?
I agree, kind of. I mean, like a money war. I agree with that. But obviously, there's a lot of other sectors in terms of like technology, which can be abused by different countries to try and bring down other countries. So I do agree. Bitcoin, cryptocurrency will be a part of it in terms of financing things.
Yep.
However, there'll also be, if we zoom out a bit, there'll be a lot of other things which will be in terms of like software hacking and stuff like that. But yeah, I agree. With a software war.
Okay. Now, this is a big one.
Is it?
This is a big one. This is to do with talks on Bitcoin having a layer 2 added to it.
Okay.
I've got to tweet you first and then I'll...
Yeah. I'll let Brown go through it all first rather than saying too much.
Hal Press. Lots of discussion about Bitcoin potentially implementing a fork to allow more traditional L2s. Right now, this is just loose discussion and would take a very long time to be put into practice. However, in my opinion, it makes a ton of sense for the protocol. So, first ever Bitcoin Layer 2 conference. First ever Bitcoin Layer 2 conference coming to Miami in May 2023. Bitcoin Builders Conference will cover core development, Layer 2 ecosystems, and ordinals. The one-day premium event will take place on May 17th, the day before the Bitcoin 2023 conference kicks off in downtown Miami at Ice Palace Studios. Bitcoin layers and innovators have long contributed creative technical solutions to extend Bitcoin's functionality without changing Bitcoin itself or compromising its security or decentralization, said Alex Miller.
Good on Alex.
So the conference tracks will focus on such topics as building on Bitcoin L2s, supporting Bitcoin core development, getting started with ordinals, unlocking Bitcoin DeFi, and Bitcoin security. Yeah.
So, what do you think to that?
You know my views on this whole thing.
You're a Bitcoin maxi, aren't you? You're a
I'm
purist.
a purist.
You're a purist.
I think it should just be a store of value, like gold. But like gold, I don't want it to be made into jewellery. I don't want this layer 2 rubbish. I don't want it tipping my headphones to make them sound better. Just want it to be a store of value. So I guess this is going to push those people that I don't like into another direction.
That's a cracking shot you've just made.
I love this.
Yeah.
Love this as a concept, yeah.
So what do you think?
I agree with what Gene said. Where he's saying, like, with the jewelry and stuff, and how, gold in small values using computers, for example, makes a computer. So, obviously there's been things being introduced onto Bitcoin itself, obviously not just layer 2s, in terms of NFTs. But I agree with the fact that we have a lot of other cryptocurrencies which deal with NFTs, like Ethereum was a big one. Is a big one. Obviously, it's like layer 2s. But, there are a lot of NFTs on Ethereum itself. So there are other cryptocurrencies and layer 2s already implemented for NFTs. So it's just another new token to be introduced to use NFTs. So I think it's great that there's going to be a layer 2. Or obviously it is like diluting a bit with in terms of the tokens which could be used on NFTs, but I'd rather it be on a separate thing rather than Bitcoin. And plus, if it's a layer 2, it's going to be packing up all these new transactions in terms of NFTs as one transaction on the Bitcoin network. So it's going to help the Bitcoin network if NFTs do get big on Bitcoin. So yeah, I think it's a great thing.
Brilliant. We're in consensus, then, aren't we?
Mm.
All right, what's next?
Next thing.
Yeah, I'm worried about. I'm just keeping my eye on time.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of time.
Grayscale war.
Yes.
Grayscale.
The court case that could determine the future of crypto.
It couldn't really, could it? It's a bit of attention grabbing again, isn't it?
No, you see,
Is this a Daily Mail?
this is. We don't need the article. We can have a conversation about this. We really don't need the article. So, Grayscale run. Well, first of all, Grayscale hold hundreds of thousands of Bitcoin.
American company.
American fund. I've actually got Grayscale ETF. Sorry, I've actually got GBTC, which is the Bitcoin fund, and I've got Ethy, which is the Ethereum
Is that
one.
something you've done on your own, or as
Not part of Crypto Warehouse. I've done that through Schroders.
Schroders? That's tricky.
Yeah, not
did
sponsored
well
by
there.
Schroders.
You did well to get them to do that for you.
It's
Oh,
like
grief.
pulling teeth.
It is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in the dark.
Yeah.
So, this is basically Grayscale have hundreds of thousands of a Bitcoin, if we stick to the Bitcoin one, and they've been wanting to turn it into a spot ETF.
Well, I managed to cheat the system and get the article. So if you do want me to read it, I can.
Yeah, go for it. Why not?
All right, so I finessed it a bit. So proof of stake, proof of state. Proof of Stake is the Wednesday edition of Fortune Crypto, where Schwartz delivers inside. Oh, it's just a statement. Okay. On Tuesday morning, at an office building a few blocks from the White House, the crypto firm Grayscale laid out a spread of pastries and coffee. In a week's time, Grayscale will be arguing before the DC Circuit Court of Appeals as one of the industry's companies daring or foolhardily. That's not what it says. That's foolhardily.
It doesn't
Foolhardy.
matter.
Carry on.
It's totally irrelevant.
Enough to challenge the Securities and Exchange Commission Today, it was facing a slightly easier crowd of undercaffeinated reporters.
Who's written this? It sounds like one of those Harry Styles blogs, doesn't it?
It really does, yeah.
Undercaffeinated reporters.
Yeah.
Grayscale manages the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, a behemoth
Overly woke
holding nearly
reporters, more like.
$15
Very
billion in
flattering.
assets. That's when it launched back in 2013, representing one of the first financial vehicles of investors to get exposure to Bitcoin without buying it directly.
So what are they arguing then?
Of course,
So, I've got my piece of paper here to
yeah,
rip
it
up in a
didn't
minute.
really do
Oh.
anything.
Gary Gensler.
Oh, him again.
You know, you hear these conspiracy theorists talk about lizard men,
Yeah, because I'm in the room with you a lot.
Get to that in a minute.
right? Gary Gensler is a lizard man. He's not real, right? He came from an egg. He looks like a lizard. He smells like a lizard. He's got the face of a lizard. Everything about him is lizardly. And he has declared everything other than Bitcoin to be a security.
Right.
He's also said, you can't have an ETF because I'm protecting people from themselves.
Yeah.
So FTX, which wasn't based in America, crashed, costing billions and billions of dollars. Luna crashed, costing billions and billions of dollars. Celsius crashed. We could go on. But he is protecting everybody by not allowing anybody to register or anybody to have an ETF.
Mm-hmm.
So he is our hero.
Yeah.
He's protecting us while we're losing all of our money to offshore companies.
Yep.
And he has turned around and said, Grayscale cannot prove the security and integrity of their fund because they cannot prove where that Bitcoin has come from. Therefore, they can't have the ETF.
How can they not prove where the Bitcoin has come from?
Because he is doing nothing but putting up barriers to them having an ETF.
But they can prove where it came from.
I know they can. And that's why Grayscale are taking him to court.
Good on them.
Precisely. Now, bear in mind, Gary the Snake Gensler allowed them to have a futures, not a futures ETF, a futures for Bitcoin, which does what? Nothing but crash the price.
Yeah.
So the futures ETF, yep, can have one of them, no problem, because it doesn't trade in physical Bitcoin.
Yeah.
It trades
It's just a gamble, a side bet.
Exactly. It's a bet on whether the price is going to go up and down, and that bet causes the market to be damaged.
Yeah.
Because we were at $18,000, and Gary Gensler allowed a futures Bitcoin ETF to come out, and all of a sudden we're back down to $3,000, where he wanted Bitcoin to be, so he could control it, so his mates in banks can buy it up. For the last 2 years, he has done nothing but suppress the entire industry to the point where everybody is leaving to go to Europe, to go to Asia, to go to Russia.
Yeah.
He's a snake. So Grayscale have had enough and said, you know what, we're going to court and we are going to win.
Yep. I think they will.
I don't know what else to say about him.
I think you've said enough there.
I hope so.
Quite a tirade.
You
that
should be adding
was.
on to that. That means it's a good
Yeah.
not rant, but
Properly went for it.
He annoys me.
I'd have felt intimidated had it not been for that golden glow from your camera thing.
Anyway, let's move on. Are we now on to
no, carry on.
Are we now on to the first AI token?
TV crypto ad.
Oh, now.
But before we go there, I want to read 2 comments
Oh,
from
fire
my
away.
free superstar. One, I'm not going to read it out. You can read it on the board.
I can't.
Brogan is the goat. No, Brogan eats goats. Next.
Goats when startled fall over.
Exactly. Dude,
Thank you,
so
Web3
smart
superstar, for that.
his age.
Backhanded compliment,
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
What was that?
Well, if you look at someone like Vitalik Buterin, he wrote Ethereum by the time
Oh,
he was
hey,
18
hey.
or 19. So you've
You
only
wrote
got...
the idea. I can have an idea. I can have an idea
It's
right now.
nice you've taken it in a positive way.
Yeah.
That'll get kicked out of you in 20 years' time. You'll see it as a negative.
All right, let's move on. Let's move
Right, how do we ban... What's he called? Web3 Super. How do I ban him from chat?
Whoa. Just because someone else
Ban.
is getting a compliment
Web
and you're not getting the compliment
3
doesn't
send.
mean you have to ban him.
Ban Web3.
They're jealous.
Kill him.
Getting a bit aggressive there.
There we go.
No need for
He knows
conflict.
that
is there?
okay. All right, anyways.
There's no need for that conflict.
Of course there is.
No, there isn't.
Well,
Had
you're
enough
from Yorkshire.
conflict.
You lose.
Had conflict all week. It got so bad on Tuesday, the wife threw a lettuce at me. And that were only the tip of the iceberg.
Unbelievable, isn't it? Unbelievable.
You can really actually sense when it's a dad joke. You can sense in his language and his
Delivery.
Delivery. You can sense when it's a bad joke. Anyways,
Anyway, next one.
crypto ad.
When you turn around and said, "Why'd you throw that lettuce at me?" Did you just say, "Just cause"?
Brilliant.
Actually, that's another lettuce thing.
Yeah. What are we on to next? Can we play this? Can we play this advert?
We can play it. 30 seconds. All right. Carl
Pilkington.
Dave
hero
narrates
of mine.
new no-nonsense ads for Smarty Mobile Network.
So, for anyone watching who's not from the UK,
Yeah.
I nearly fell off my poof
When?
when this advert came on the television.
Yeah.
So this guy pulls up to a farmer
Yeah.
who's selling his wares
Yeah.
and says, "Can I buy it? What does he buy? Is it tomatoes or a
Potato-
bunch of
he's selling-
potatoes?"
Is it onions, potatoes, and something else?
Do you want to play the advert?
Yes.
I'll shut up. Have you got the volume on
Yes.
this time? Good. So smart. He turned the volume off in the last
Now,
stream.
what's your preferred digital currency for this exchange?
Have a fiver.
Nah, it's crypto only, mate.
For potatoes.
And onions.
What a load of malarkey. We keep things simple.
Look at that.
Less malarkey, more
That's getting it
smarty.
right in the main
Search Smarty Mobile.
That is.
So that's officially the first crypto.
Rewatching that, is that a positive? Was this a positive advert?
Absolutely positive.
I questioned whether it was positive or negative because it's sort of having a dig at it. But I
It's
think
going crypto only. Haha, crypto only. What? And it's
yeah,
going,
but it's
No,
now
mate, it's complicated.
accepted that the public will actually know what they're talking about.
Yeah. And it's not a dig at crypto because it's showing that the guy needs a mobile phone plan
to deal with
to
this
be able to
crypto.
deal with it. So this is a positive. This is the one
Right.
of the first cracks
Yeah.
in the ceiling of adoption. This.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as you were saying, this is Carl Pilkington
Yes.
who's done the voiceover.
Yep.
Is he one of your favourite comedic actors?
I don't know whether I judge him as that. He's just a person, isn't he? That he hasn't got a persona.
I'm trying to build him up.
Oh, he's great.
He basically is a man in the pub. He's a smart ass who sits in the corner of the pub making smart ass comments. And a celebrity has seen him and gone, "He's funny, I'm going to send him
And
all
he's
over
not
the world."
altered at all.
No,
In fairness to the fella.
no.
Yeah.
So he's a comedian. Very good. Right, what are we moving on to
Should we
next?
not read the article? Or
What
This
article?
is the
it,
first.
it is an article.
We don't need the article.
Fine.
It's
This
just
is
an
the
advert.
first AI token.
So,
I
Brogan,
need to pay
wanna do
something.
the
somewhere,
build-up?
don't I?
so anybody watching, we're going to play a little game. Can you guess the two AI tokens that Crypto Warehouse...
I'll put it on the screen for 1 second.
Well, I can't because I don't really understand. I don't really understand.
No
what
one
an
saw
AI
that. That's fine.
token
No one
is.
saw that.
Do you know, before the stream, I said, whatever you do, don't give the game
He
away.
just did.
And he just did.
Yeah, but he is a goat.
But he is smart.
I'm really smart.
He's smart. He doesn't need us. We shouldn't be here.
At all.
We should be in the pub watching this
Yeah.
with
on
everybody
TV.
else.
Commenting
Channel 4,
online.
obviously.
Yeah, abusing him. So we've picked two AI tokens for the Crypto Warehouse portfolio.
We have.
And we've based this on research that we have done.
So this is a
As a collective,
token
we.
Yes.
where you're putting your money in to invest in AI technology. Am I getting that right?
Yeah. So you've heard of ChatGPT.
Yes.
It's taken the world by storm. It's the fastest ever adoption
Yeah.
of software in the world. 100 million people in the first month adopted.
Yeah.
Started to use ChatGPT. So there are projects out there that are working in AI, and they're in slightly different markets, but it's in the same AI sphere. So I've looked at Graph. That's not included in here. Graph is an AI token that I think it's the biggest one by market cap.
So if I buy the token,
yes,
what do I get? Just it's going to accumulate in value as the project develops.
You can. Some of them are proof of stake.
Right.
So let's say you buy 1,000 of these tokens.
Yeah.
You can attach them to a validator.
Yeah.
Or you can run your own validator, and then you will be paid a reward for helping to secure that.
That's too
network.
complicated for me.
Right.
What's my option B?
You can put them in one of your exchanges.
Yeah.
And you can earn interest on them, which is
And
the
I-
term
and
that
I
you
hold
like to
them.
use. and you'd hold them.
Until the actually project really kicks on and it's
Yes.
got more value to it. It's like a share.
Yeah. Now, the reason we've gone down the AI route is a lot of projects out there, they're very speculative, i.e., they're going to be a lot further away in terms of how this ecosystem is going to work. These two that I've picked, the reason I've picked them is you can see the ecosystem in front of you and you can see how it's going to work.
Okay.
Because these tokens are what you use to pay to use the services that they offer. And then by you staking them for your interest, you earn a percentage of that. And the service providers earn a percentage of that. So you can see how the ecosystem is going to work.
Okay.
And the first one we have picked, drum roll, is... We need some sound
Fetch
effects.
AI! Woo!
Fetch AI.
Fetch.
And its native token is called FET, as in Boba Fett with one T.
Fetch AI. What do
Yes.
they do?
Well, Brogan's going to give us a breakdown
Yes.
of the project from Forbes, I believe.
Oh.
Yes.
So it's made it to
That's a
Forbes.
huge ad. Okay, never mind, it's gone. So what is Fetch AI? Fetch AI is a blockchain platform that uses artificial intelligence to help people automate everyday tasks, such as booking a parking space or a flight. Here's a look at how Fetch.ai works and what it means for you. The idea behind Fetch AI is to decentralize and automate transactions on the web. For example, instead of searching for and booking a flight via a price comparison website, you use Fetch.ai to automate the task.
Does it all for you?
Yeah.
It's like having your own PA, but in different...
So I type in, I want to fly to Gatwick.
You don't even have to type in, you can talk to it.
Talk into it. Say, I want to go to Gatwick next Tuesday.
All right, Fet, I want to go to Gatwick
Yeah.
next Tuesday.
Yeah.
It will go and get you a ticket. It will go and search all of the comparisons. It will then bring back, do you want to buy this ticket? Absolutely. Away we go.
And then how does it get me payment information? I upload that in first, do I?
It would be part and parcel of your phone.
Gotcha.
And then you would pay a microtransaction in FET to the network
Yeah.
for providing that functionality. Because all of these things are agents, which is basically programs. Brogan will know more about this.
Yeah.
They're programs that run, but they run across a decentralized network. So it might call an agent from validator or company B or a validator from company C, and all of those different validators get rewarded for providing the support and the hosting of those agents. So it's decentralized rather than in the past, like Amazon, it was all in one place. And this is now decentralized. Anybody can run these.
Clever.
I've read a bit ahead and there's nothing really interesting. But
Yeah.
the one thing that was interesting was, for example, Fetch AI could recognize a token trading at a lower price on one crypto exchange than others and take advantage of the difference for you automatically.
Arbitrage.
Right.
Yeah. I've got problems with that.
Yeah, me too.
Because the thing with trading is very... Everyone's saying, oh, well, they're going to generate a load of AI trading bots. But AI trading bots, because you know how the AI trading bot is going to operate, you can front run it.
Yeah.
So what you'll say is, right, there's going to be a bull pennant, or there's bearish divergence. If you know that all the bots are going to run with the price going down by shorting the market,
Yeah.
you can long the market and counteract it, or you can short it before they do. So I can't see it working in trading, but for helping you in your everyday life,
I like it.
it's very good. Now, you've got
Yeah.
the price there, haven't you?
Yep, I've got the graph up. It should be on, the graph's not up, actually.
So this,
Scroll down a bit.
the price has run up a little bit because now it's the in thing.
Well, it's been in Forbes.
It's been in Forbes.
Yeah.
And we're up a considerable amount since the start of the year. But this is only the tip of the iceberg. Although this isn't financial advice, the market cap, which is the total value of the project, is still, what is it, 350 million?
Sorry?
What's the total market cap of this project?
372 million.
Right.
373 million.
So if you imagine that this project is probably going to be one of the biggest projects in the world, alongside the second token that we've invested in, you could probably see that at least 10 to 20xing in value in the next 3, 4, 5 years.
Yeah.
So it might be 45 cents a token today. You could be looking at $9 or $10 a token in the next bull run.
Yeah.
So although it's gone up 700%, it's probably got another
Quite a bit still to go.
chunk to go.
And
Exactly.
where can you buy these things on my spheres like crypto.com and things like
You
that?
can get them on Binance, Crypto.com. You can get them from KuCoin. Any major exchange has this token.
Okay.
But obviously, this isn't financial advice. This is only me telling you what we have done this week.
Well, this is the direction of travel, isn't it?
Yeah.
AI seems to be the new.
Yeah, the new thing. It's being
The new
introduced. I think
thing.
if it's being introduced by like a lot of stuff from Microsoft,
Yeah.
Teams, Bing, they're like all the other companies are because they're trying to do everything.
Yeah.
But like, the forerunners of integrating with pre-existing products.
Yeah.
If all this stuff's being integrated into pre-existing stuff,
Yeah.
then it's not like this is going to go anywhere.
No, it's not.
It's going to be a big thing.
Now, if you want, can you bring up the website just so
I
we
was
can
going
show
to paste it in
everyone?
chat.
Yeah, paste it in chat and then bring it up so everyone can see.
All right.
So basically, it does a lot more than the example we've just given you.
Yeah.
So the best thing for anybody watching to do is, we did a video which has got the same thumbnail as this. We did a video on this about a month ago when myself and you, we spent 40 minutes going through Fetch AI.
Yeah.
And we went through a couple of examples, didn't we? We went
did.
through real world cases of this. So we'd probably recommend everybody that's watching this to go back and see
Interesting.
the other AI. That is interesting. The next one is going to be slightly different, and we'll get onto that after we go through a very exciting blockchain game, Julian.
I love gaming.
So shoot 'em up.
I love gaming.
I
Is
shoot
it a
'em up.
first person shoot 'em up?
I don't know if it's a third person
It is
or
a
a first person
First
shoot 'em up.
person.
I invented the second person, didn't I, last week?
did,
I
yeah.
used a
Yeah.
new genre.
You did, yeah.
You did. It'd be I and then you,
Yeah.
he, she. So it would be like a second person. Be like you'd
I think
narrate
we're on
someone
dodgy
else.
ground here. We're on
You
dodgy
narrate.
ground.
Huh?
We're on dodgy ground down here.
Yeah, my eyes are going.
I can only see us going down the Dave Road here, and that's not where we want to be.
Oh, I need to go to top one.
I'm starting to twitch.
The other
Yeah, I was
Earth
as
from
well.
another sun.
Earth from another sun. We need sound effects. Because I don't know if you're doing a beatbox or you're having some kind of like woke spasm. It's like, would you like a drink, sir? Take it away. Earth from another sun.
Yes. So before I get any, normally I would like to give a lot of information, but
Yeah.
I feel like if you watch the trailer, because the trailer does a lot of justice
Okay.
for this. So
Let's
we'll
watch
watch
the trailer. I'll turn to one side and watch.
and then I'll discuss it a bit.
Let me see what this is about.
Welcome to Kepler 452, the new home for humanity, light years away from a now uninhabitable Earth.
Why do we always need a
A
new
new
home?
generation of mankind lives here, taking their comfort for granted, forgetting how the old
not Claythorpe, is
civilization
it?
was
It looks nice,
consumed by
doesn't
war, and poised to repeat the same mistake.
Oh, so his arm's pulled off. Is this gameplay footage?
This is gameplay, yes.
Is this
I
inside
believe
a
it's
spaceship?
Unreal 4
Inside a
or 5.
It looks a bit like Star Trek, doesn't it? It does.
Multiplayer. It is
Oh,
another.
William Shatner's real name. Oh shit.
Right, so it's a bunch of fighting here, a bunch of guns, etc. So it's like a Doom, space, MMO, Unreal
Massive
Engine
multiplayer
4 or 5.
online,
Yeah,
Julian.
I knew that
So you
already.
can join your friends, have a bit of fun.
How do I make money out of this? Can I make money out of it?
There's probably definitely be a way.
You can see the Yorkshire in him, doesn't he? He doesn't want to play the game for enjoyment. He wants to know how he makes any money out of it.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in the spaceships. It's all about the corner shops.
Hold on, I'm just scroll through this real quick, and then I'll talk.
Codename Arkwright.
So there's a bunch of information. So
He's got Arkwrights on one corner. I've got Patels on the other.
so basically through the website, there's a bunch of information.
Do you have to pay to play the game?
That is a good question.
Do you have
No.
an answer for that question?
Now, on the website, it doesn't really surface any information which indicates you'd have to pay.
Yeah.
However, they have released a version of the game onto Steam, a Web 2 version.
That's right, because Steam don't allow blockchain games.
Right, even though there is kind of one we talked about it quite a while
there
ago,
is.
which is weird. So that indicates to me that you might not need to pay, but obviously we've seen with Star Atlas and things like that, you'd have to pay for a ship, which is understandable.
We love Star Atlas, by the way.
Sorry.
We love Star Atlas.
You
Oh,
are
we're
saying
all
on
over
the
Star
stream.
Atlases,
Yeah.
aren't we?
Yeah.
Is
Always
that
been a fan of an Atlas.
it's like what I was saying before stream as well. It's like Star Atlas version 56 because there's for some reason so many space versioned like crypto games, which is weird. I expect there to be a few more genres than there is now, but whatever. And if I was to wager a guess as to what sort of money you could be earning, there's definitely going to be a marketplace, 100%. With all these MMOs comes a marketplace for materials. So there's going to be stuff you can craft, and you probably sell it, and it's going to be sold for crypto and traded.
So let me ask you a question. Yes. What are the 3 things that blockchain games need to do to be successful to drive adoption?
Well, I think the first thing which NFT games need to do are be multiplayer. So bringing your friend in, being able to share an experience with other people is a great thing. And you're more likely to get people coming to your game if they're friends of experience, etc., and they feel like they're part of a community. The second thing to be successful financially, I'd say, is have a marketplace. Have some way of bringing demand towards your NFTs or your token. Make there be a reason for having your token, not just existing. The third way I'd probably say is not to be too graphical about it. I would say scale it down a bit. Make sure you can open up your game to multiple platforms, maybe even on a website. So your phone, your iPad, can play the game and not just on PC. Obviously, PS4, Xbox is a bit dodgy right now because of Sony, Microsoft not wanting Web3 games. But try to make your game allow on all platforms.
Like that. Sounds
Great
good
answer,
to me.
that.
Okay,
Like
that's
that.
a short
Now-
right there, boom, sorted.
Yeah.
That's sorted. Now, the next surprise AI token
Yes.
that we have gone for.
Oh, there's
Yeah,
also 2 videos, but
Julius.
whatever, doesn't matter.
We don't need any more.
No, we've watched trailer. Trailer's good enough.
The second AI token,
Yep.
having carried out the research, we've already got FET in the bag.
Yep.
So we've got a bag of FET.
Yeah. My pet's safe.
Your FET's safe. I was going down that route. So we have now gone for Singularity. Ajax.
Singularity.
Yes.
I don't like the name, I have to be honest.
Oh, what's that? I'm stretching. Oh, yeah, what's that? So subscribe and a like.
You need to
Guys.
talk. You need to talk into the microphone.
I'm trying to do my thing.
Okay.
I
You
don't
do your
get
thing.
it. Oh, it doesn't matter now. It's fine.
Have I ruined your
Almost
thing?
lost.
AI, huh?
Have I ruined your thing?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I was gonna go. Oh,
I know, but
I
you-
need
you-
a stretch,
you-
but I thought it'd be a good segue into point towards. I go, what's that over there? And then, you might want to like, subscribe. And then,
You've done it now.
I
You've
know.
done it
I'm
now.
gonna read this. Yeah.
Nice
Done it
one.
now.
Right, so what is this then? I don't like the name as yet, but what does it do?
Let's find out.
This is what Brogan is going to
This is
deep
what I'm gonna
dive
read it.
into.
AI hype bleeds into cryptocurrencies. So artificial intelligence, crypto. I always manage to hit this box every stream. Artificial intelligence, crypto tokens are soaring in price this week, but price movements seem to be more of a crypto proxy to the AI bubble. The rally comes as JP Morgan reports that says traders are turning their attention to AI and away from blockchain. Big quotes, slow words. AI cryptos have reached a $4.27 billion market cap, up 56% from last week. Huge rise.
Huge rise.
While this is only 0.4% of the $1.07 trillion cryptocurrency market, the rapid increases call attention to the role of AI in cryptocurrencies. New quote basically saying AI is such a new field that it's going to grow rapidly, etc. And then a bunch of percentages of rising through the months of talking about Fetch AI's token as well, or FET. Chatbots, DALL-E, yeah. So talking about image generations. I'm trying to find the point where it talks about what we wanted to talk about.
It's fine. We can move on to. We can bring the website up. While you're bringing the website up, I'm going to explain something to Julian. I'm going to give Julian a prediction.
Okay.
Go on.
So, Julian, I predict
Mm-hmm.
in the next 3 or 4 years, 2 of the top 10 tokens, excluding stablecoins, are going to be AI-related tokens.
For sure.
We've got Cardano. We've got Ethereum. We have at push Solana. I know a lot of people watching like Solana. These are blockchains which power everything that sits on top of them. But that requires those blockchains to be adopted by programmers to build real-world applications.
Yep.
The reason I think that maybe Singularity and maybe Fetch are going to both be top 10 coins is they don't need their own blockchain. They don't need apps building. They are real-world solutions being built which, as of today, are being used by hundreds of millions of people, and in the next 18 months to 2 years will be used by all major institutions in some form or another, whether it be Microsoft, whether it be Amazon Fulfillment, whether it be Google. You know, one of these applications has actually been called a Google killer.
Wow.
Because you can plug it into something like Bing, which is what Microsoft are going to do. And Bing will provide you the information tailored to you based on your search history of what you want.
Is this Singularity?
No, this is just this is the thought process of how it's all going to work.
Right.
It doesn't. I'm not going to say it's one token or another. I'm saying the industry itself
is headed in that direction.
Is heading in the direction where I think long gone is the Google ability to tell you what you should be looking for in your search results.
You're going to drive your results.
And you're going to drive your results. So I think this is a huge, huge turning point in the history of the internet. I know that sounds very dramatic, but you're going to go from...
Be a lot more focused then.
A lot more focused on you.
On what you actually want.
On what you want.
So when I search in future for Shed 7, I'm not going to get a load of end of garden sort of...
B&Q won't appear.
That. I don't want any of that.
No, you're going to see your band.
Brilliant.
So...
Yeah, let's keep chasing them rainbows.
Let's chase those dreams. Right, do you want to bring up the Singularity
price?
Price?
Now. I went through the graph and the price while you guys were talking.
Okay.
I was highlighting stuff. I'm on the website now.
Okay.
Scrolling through what he's talking about.
So what I would do is, if I was watching this, whether live or...
Are you not going to tell me what it does, though?
No, but I'm going to do that in a minute. I'm just going to say...
I'm on 10 hooks here.
What I would say is that anybody watching this should go back and look at the Fetch.ai website and also look at the Singularity website, so they can make their own minds up and do their own research.
Yeah.
Right, Brogan, take it away.
So looking over technologies, basically simple AI intelligence. So AI marketplace and AI publisher. So basically, there's going to be like a library of tailored AIs, which I assume you can like pull out and fork and use for yourself. Interesting one. AI domain specific language. So I assume this is going to be obviously domain specific. So it's going to be like, you know, website by website or app by app, which is going to basically be able to tailor the AI. What's it called? Basically, just tailor the AI towards what you need for your specific need in the app.
So Bing could have its own AI that only operates within the realm of Bing. An Amazon Marketplace or eBay would have its own AI that they would configure to only work within eBay or work within Amazon.
And that's the technology that these guys are building, is it?
Yeah. So whether it be Fetch or whether it's Singularity, they're not building specific applications.
No.
They're not building something to replace eBay or replace Amazon. They're building the AI tools that you can then use to improve your business.
Nice.
Right. That's what they're doing. It might not be sexy when you get down to some of the other things, but you've got we looked at the healthcare system, didn't we, with Fetch. So the healthcare system can be improved. Traffic can be improved. You know, you're potentially looking at replacing all of the different what are they called? The airlines use them to navigate around the world.
Air traffic controllers.
Air traffic controls and things like that. So all of that kind of stuff can be replaced with AI, or AI not to be replaced, but some people will be replaced by AI. In other places, AI is going to be used alongside by people. Yeah.
Yeah, so I went through. It's basically also to have staking things. But what is interesting, jump on to now, is the AI marketplace itself, which is basically the tailored apps you can get in terms of AI for whatever you need. So multilingual speech translation, risk-aware assessment, philosophic text generation, real-time voice cloning. There's a lot of stuff here. Speech emotion recognition. So there's a lot of different things, kind of general things you can use. It says demo, but obviously you can get it via Singularity.
See, the speech recognition, that's been used not through AI, but that's been used by insurance companies for the last 5 or 6 years, hasn't it, to detect whether you're lying when you call up.
Right.
So if they're using AI now, I think over time that'll probably become a little bit more accurate than You can't just accuse every Scouser of lying, can you?
You can, but it's not fair.
Right, yeah, right.
But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of if you need something in terms of AI done for you, you'll probably find it here. Like it's quite impressive what they have. Yeah. Like handwritten text recognition, image captioning. Like it's a lot of stuff.
Well, the thing is, with Fetch and Singularity, they're both in AI, but they don't complement each other, but they don't cannibalize each other. They're both in different spheres, and they both work slightly differently. But whichever one of these two you look at, the ecosystem and the economics of how all of this works, you can see. I mean, I could show you 10 projects, and you could say to me, well, how is this ever going to make any money?
Yeah. It seems there's a lot of food for these lads to eat. These
are going to be worth 20, 30 times what they are worth today, in my opinion.
Another thing just to add,
advice.
For the AI marketplace, you need to use the Ajax token to use this demo.
Correct. Right, and that's the same with Fetch. With Fetch, like I was saying before, if Julian wants to book a flight, it will do all the work for him, but then it might charge him 1 token or half a token. So it's cost him 15p for this AI bot to go and arrange all of his flights.
Right.
So
yeah,
those are those two.
Very
right.
good.
Interesting, though.
How long have we got left?
We have 15 minutes.
Sneaky Adidas now.
Yeah. Last thing, and then
anybody watching, we've got a Q&A at the very end. Any questions you want to ask?
Oh yeah, we should have asked about that.
Any questions you want to ask, drop them in the comments, and we will answer them.
Yep.
On any topic to do with crypto.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's narrow it down, I guess.
Narrow it down, yeah.
All right. Our token-gated sneaker drops, part of Adidas's future. Well, Adidas's Web3 lead, David, talks about utilizing token-gated strategies for combating the ongoing bot issue when trying to score a pair of sneakers. It's more than a payments plugin and throwing cryptocurrency into the mix of any future sneaker drop. During NFT Paris 2023, Adidas's Web3. Why are you looking at that? What? Is that what?
Crack on.
That's throw me off now. It's just a bunch of quotes basically saying how they got into crypto. And that's it.
Over the goat comment, let alone anything else.
I'm struggling with that.
You looked at me like I was doing sort of like the sidebar was working or something.
Oh.
Okay. It doesn't say anything. Really,
so basically,
it really doesn't.
The
say
phenomenon I think that was of really sought after trainers was having a marketplace completely manipulated by bots that were acquiring them all for small number of people rather than the masses. They were then selling them on and inflating the prices and making a lot of money. And I guess this idea is that you buy your token, and your token allows you to actually access these in a more fair and humane manner.
Brilliant short, that.
Thanks for that.
Good.
Yeah.
So when you say these bots were buying up trainers, I'm obviously a man of fashion.
Absolutely.
But the one thing I'm not a man of is expensive trainers.
Right.
So I'm not aware of this world.
They weren't expensive, you see.
Is that the thing? They weren't expensive. And
rare.
They were rare.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the latest thing would come out of a limited number.
Yeah.
And they would go on sale at 9 a.m. and they'd all be sold out by 1 minute past.
Right.
And
they were bots buying them.
Yeah, exactly. So the ordinary, everyday man or woman in the street couldn't get on board and buy them.
So what you're saying is we could take one of these AI bots
and
get all these really expensive trainers
and
sell them.
Yeah, but I think the bottom's dropped out of that market, to be honest.
Good
like
idea.
it has with Rolexes. Because of the recession, everything's now going back down.
So when they were these bots, what? So basically, this is that they were like sneaker pumps.
Yes.
So the price had come out, and then they'd pump them up.
Correct.
Sneaker pumps.
Yeah.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
What do you think of this? You're Ute, aren't you? You're one of the Ute.
Right. Okay.
What do you think of these exclusive trainers?
Or in terms of like token gated exclusives?
Anything
or
to
just
do with it? Do
exclusive
you have an
trainers?
opinion on this article?
So you've got secondary marketplaces that have set up massive companies like StockX.
Yeah, they thrive just off of how rare other things
So
are.
they act
and
as a
sell
place where the bots or the people behind the bots then go and actually put them up for sale 3 times, 4 times
Yep.
what they paid for them.
Proper pumped up.
Right up.
Unbelievable.
I
Me neither.
don't really have an opinion on it, to be honest. I'm
Neither
not
do
really in
I.
the shoe game.
I'm not in the shoe
I don't really
game
spend
either.
a lot of money on shoes.
No.
I understand the issue in it.
It's rarity, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just rarity.
It's rare. So whether it be a T-shirt or a pair of trainers,
It's not really, to be honest, right? When I think of it, it's not really a demand issue. I really think it's just a supply issue,
Yeah.
which
Totally,
is making
yeah.
it.
It's strangled by the suppliers.
But it's not like people are like, oh, I really want these shoes, and there's just a bunch of them, which is making like
If you follow
prices
the-
go up.
If you follow the idea behind it, one particular shoe, they strangle it initially, create
Yeah.
hype.
Right,
Then the next batch, they'll release a few more, create even more hype.
right.
And their ultimate aim is in 2 years' time, this is going to become something you can buy absolutely everywhere.
Right, yeah,
It's a marketing strategy, that's all that it is.
fair enough. Okay.
like Prime.
Exactly like that.
Right, I see.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I've got nothing else to say about trainers
Yeah.
No,
other than they're overly inflated pumps.
but the token, if you're buying the token in advance, should actually get you them at the normal price,
Yeah.
in theory.
But then wouldn't you just go to these marketplaces and sell them yourself for these inflated
You're not
prices?
getting rid of the problem.
Yeah. You're
Unless-
just distributing the profit,
Yeah.
really, aren't you?
And you might get 50% of the people that actually get them this time want to keep them and use them.
So then they'll be even more expensive in theory,
Or, yeah,
maybe.
maybe.
Okay,
Swings and roundabouts.
exactly. You actually used to get trainers tied to roundabouts, didn't you?
Yeah, and cables,
Cables.
phone lines,
Tie your shoelaces together and throw
twang them up.
Yeah.
Right, Q&A. How long have we got left?
10 minutes.
Ah,
Just gone 10 minutes.
We've got plenty of time.
That's why I'm sitting back. We've done the articles. I didn't
We've
have a
nailed
thought.
it.
I didn't have a thought about the other article, to be
Yeah.
honest, so I just sat back here.
Yeah.
Relax.
great news.
The heads are horrible. It's literally like
No,
straight
really.
line and me down here, but
We don't mind. We don't mind.
it's
that.
the chill time. That is Q&A. It's where we talk
Q&A.
to people.
Have we got any questions?
Do we have any
Yes.
questions?
Do we?
Ooh, fire away.
Some from Velvet Rope Official. I don't know who they are, but we have them. Some from them. I have one from Web3
Is
Superstar.
that Charlie Chaplin?
I think so, yeah.
Go on then, fire away. What's the questions?
First one is:
Yes.
Is AI going to replace YouTubers?
Is AI going to replace YouTubers?
Yes.
No.
That's fighting talk where I come from.
Yeah.
I think they're going to replace YouTubers, and no one's going to ever know.
You know what? If I could find an AI program to replicate the three of us so we could go to the pub while it just does the stream for us, that what a great idea that would be.
Yeah,
not
you know,
a bad
I'm going to tell you.
idea.
I'm going to tell you
Not a
exactly
bad
what's going to
idea.
happen. The existing YouTubers.
He sounds angry.
He is.
Oh yeah, because
Look at the camera, start again,
all right, we'll do a short about it.
do a short.
Ask me the question.
What was the question?
I don't know what the question
Is AI going to take?
Is AI... Brogan, is
Yep.
AI going to replace YouTubers?
Absolutely. I'll tell you how. Initially, the YouTubers who are currently in the space are going to start using AI, video AI, audio, generating scripts. They're going to use AI. You're never even going to notice. Then all the new ones which are going to get introduced are going to do the same thing. And then all we're going to be watching are fake things made by fake people, said by fake people. There you go. Look at that.
That was really good.
Exquisite, that.
That was really good. I don't think they're going to replace YouTubers.
You can't replace this.
You can't replace that. There's no AI in the world that can come up with dad jokes as bad as those.
Or want to.
Yeah, or want to.
I think it's just going to get better and better. And
Listen, we'll go looking after the show, see if we can get... What we could do next week,
we could trial run it.
we could do a stream with the three of us and the crypto warehouse bot.
Yeah.
That's
Let's see
interesting.
what
That'd
happens.
be
eh?
very interesting.
Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. Let's see if it gets the jokes.
Yeah.
And let's see if it laughs.
Yeah.
Because I tell you what, I bet it won't laugh.
I bet it won't.
And then it'll be straight out the door.
Out of it.
I don't laugh.
Next.
Can you smell onions?
No?
What, not even when they're right underneath your nose?
No.
Eat that, bot.
It's just that was a dad
Was
joke.
that- was it?
That was a dad joke,
Oh.
yeah. We need a little sign that flashes up. Dad joke.
Read.
Right. Next.
I'll put it on the screen actually. I forgot to do that. Thoughts on about GL? Okay, this one I'm not even gonna say anything 'cause I have no idea. Thoughts about that thing and Mina, if you know about them.
Is that glamour token
I
and Mina token?
I don't know.
I think
What's
it is.
about Glamour and Mina?
Glimmer or glamour
How about we
token.
look them up?
I've heard. Yeah, you know what? We've got plenty of time. Look them up.
I don't know. Let's answer the last other question,
Go on then.
and then with the 5 minutes we have left, we'll look them up and see. Give you.
What's the
initial
other
thoughts.
question?
This is probably a Julian question.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so. Wait for it to load. What are the expensive trainers?
You've got your Yeezys, well known,
Yeezys.
and you've got your Jordan 1s. I
Those are
think
the older
they're-
ones, I'm pretty sure.
They're the biggies, I would say. But I think the market's just dropped out the bottom for obvious reasons on Yeezy, you know. And I think just in general, financial crisis, people don't want the trainers, do they?
Mm,
They want food and beans.
they do.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Jordan 1s
Yeah,
and
Yeezys.
Yeezys.
Yeah.
Yeezys.
I appreciate you making you guys work
Yeezys.
hard. Yeah, you are. Bugger.
Yeezys. What stupid name?
Ye.
Ye.
Yeah.
What, oh, ye of little faith?
Can ye?
Come all Yeezy faithfuls.
Can ye? So he's had a few
Oh.
Yeezys.
Oh,
The
you mean,
Yeezys, aren't they?
you mean the,
Belong to ye. The Yeezys.
the man? Right. Well, let's look at Glimmer.
All right.
Glimmer or glamour?
I can't remember.
Glimmer. Token.
Glimmer.
Glimmer.
Moonbeam.
Oh, Moonbeam. Right. Okay.
Do they
Right,
make
we'll look
cards?
at that one, and then the other one was.
Sorry.
Do they do
Mina.
cards for birthdays and
No,
stuff?
they don't. No, you're thinking of not celebrations.
Oh, interesting.
Birthdays.
Okay.
You're thinking of
Moon
birthdays.
Oh, let's have a
I'm
little nosy
thinking
about this.
Moon
Then.
Moon
pig.
pig duck.
We like Moonpig.
So we've got
That'd be a nice sponsor.
Moonbeam. The future is multi-chain. Expands new chains powered by Moonbeam and Ethereum-compatible smart contract power chain on Polkadot. System.
Not a fan.
Okay.
Needs more adoption.
Polkadot.
What's the other one?
Documentation. I should have a little nosy about it.
Mina.
Wait, bloody hell, wait.
How long we got left?
I don't know. That's a good question. Okay, it's
Was
cool.
this his
Fine.
last question?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Sure. More.
Mina.
Cool. Mina is building the privacy and security layer of Web3 with zero knowledge proofs.
Never heard of it.
With the world's largest blockchain
it's
powered by
secretive.
participants using zero knowledge proofs, Mina is creating the infrastructure for the security, democracy future we all deserve. Right. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. So, okay.
My issue with privacy
Hmm.
on the blockchain is the blockchain was built to be public.
Defeats the object of it, doesn't it?
So I understand. Everybody says criminals use crypto
Wow.
to move the
Fair
funds.
enough.
And as we prove week after week,
They don't.
it's the worst thing in the world to use
Yeah.
to try and hide.
Yeah.
Because once you've stolen something, it's public record. My issue with privacy coins, and not just Mina, but privacy coins or privacy that sits on top of a chain or anything that actually obfuscates the public domainness of it, it's never going to last because you'll have Binance, Crypto.com, Coinbase will shut them down,
And the police.
and the police will shut them down and they will regulate them out of existence.
Yeah.
And then the issue is that's okay. You can do that on custodial exchanges, and you can say, okay, well, I'm going to have my privacy coins on my own wallet, but at some point you're going to need to get that into an exchange,
Which
and you're going to,
defeats the object.
and then
again.
you've got to show proof of funds.
Yeah.
So whether it's privacy for a blockchain, or whether it's a privacy coin, or whether it's privacy for anything to do with the blockchain, much as I like that idea, it's never going to work because the governments are not going to allow them.
Yeah.
Because they can be used by North Korea, they can be used by China, or any state that America doesn't like, and that will be the end of it.
Yeah.
How long
I mean,
we got
one thing I
left?
want, I don't know, probably like 2 minutes left or something,
Okay.
but one thing I want to point out, which a few people said, and is what I was actually about to say as well, was the size of it, due to, I assume, the information has to store, etc. Other blockchain, it's on the screen as well, it says Mia blockchain, 22 kilobyte fixed size, other blockchains, 300 gigabyte increasing size. Now, my assumption of it says almost zero energy uses, yeah. And my other one was computational costs as well, which I assume would help towards what's it called, like transaction costs. Is the fact that 300 gigabytes of data having to be ran through by the blockchain is highly computational, which costs quite a bit. So maybe not just in terms of the privacy, but in terms of how much it costs for you to use blockchain and for it to run through the data. It'll make it faster, and yeah, like I said, probably cheaper, which is quite a nice thing.
We don't want cheap. The problem with cheap is cheap doesn't pay the validators or the miners. If you don't pay the validators or the miners, and it's not worth their while mining, they'll move to a different blockchain. So you have this constant battle of cost versus reward. So Bitcoin, it's not super expensive to send a transaction, but the miners are rewarded for it. Solana is incredibly cheap to send transactions over it, but you lose a little bit of that security because it's too cheap. So you have to pay people for keeping the blockchain going.
Yeah.
And that's where the issue is. So you can have the cheapest blockchain in the world and the lightest blockchain in the world, like you're saying, blockchains over time are just going to become humongous in size. But you have to pay the people to keep them going. Otherwise, they're not going to bother. And the problem with them not bothering is, especially if it's a mining blockchain, is then it'll become vulnerable to attack because it's not been secured.
Yeah.
So
I was about to say that, I might say a point, but I mean, yeah. I mean, it's good. I mean, maybe not just for cost itself, but maybe for the privacy thing. I can see how people like this.
Yeah, I can.
Go for it, yeah.
Well, we're going to run out of time. How long we got left?
0
We've run out of
seconds
time.
left.
Well, we are back on
Perfect
Monday.
timing,
Monday and Thursday, 7 p.m.
Alpha Monday.
Alpha Monday,
Yeah.
Chill Thursday. We get everything across in 45 minutes or an hour.
Yeah, we don't dilly with anything.
We don't
Get it to you. Huh?
go on.
No. Okay, we get it to you. No, that's it.
All right. We'll see you on Monday. Thank
Thanks for
you.
watching.
Bye-bye. Goodbye.